ऋषि मुनियों के ज्ञान दान से जगत गुरु कहलाता था। ऋषि मुनियों के ज्ञान दान से जगत गुरु कहलाता था। प्रिय विद्यालय धन्य हमारा। उसी देश के वाशिंदे हम, ऋषि मुनियों की हम संतान। भारत भूमि की सेवा करके सदा बढ़ाएंगे सम्मान। भारत भूमि की सेवा करके नाई पर बढ़ाएंगे सम्मान। प्रिय विद्यालय धन्य हमारा। ज्ञान दान का पावन क्षेत्र, कर्मण्येवाधिकार अपना ध्येय हमारा परम पवित्र। प्रिय विद्यालय धन्य हमारा। प्रिय विद्यालय धन्य हमारा। प्रिय विद्यालय धन्य हमारा।
Namaskar. Good morning to one and all present here. I, Anika Sood, on behalf of NIPER Hyderabad, welcome you all to the 9th Convocation Program. अब मैं सबसे अनुरोध करना चाहूँगी कि वह राष्ट्रीय गान के लिए खड़े हो जाएं।
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
धन्यवाद. May you please take your seats. Now, may I request Shri K. Satish Reddy, Chairman, Board of Governors, NIPER Hyderabad, to declare the convocation open. Please, sir.
I declare the convocation open.
May I request Dr. Shashi Bala Singh, Director, NIPER Hyderabad, to present the report.
A very good morning to the dignitaries joining us online and in person, my dear students, their parents, faculty and staff of NIPER Hyderabad, and print media personnel, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar and very good morning to everyone who is there with us online and offline. Shri Mansukh Mandviya ji, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare and Chemical and Fertilizers, Government of India, and Chief Guest for today's function. Ms. S. Aparna, Secretary, Department of Pharmaceutical, Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers, Government of India. Shri K. Satish Reddy, Chairman, NIPER BOG and Dr. Reddy's Laboratory Limited. Today is Guru Purnima. We are having our convocation ceremony on a very auspicious day. On this auspicious day, I welcome you all to the 9th convocation of NIPER Hyderabad. सबसे पहले मैं माननीय श्री मनसुख मांडविया जी का स्वागत करती हूँ। माननीय मंत्री जी ने अपने प्रयासों से जन औषधि सेवा के माध्यम से आम नागरिकों को सस्ती एवं आसानी से दवाइयाँ उपलब्ध कराई जा रही हैं। इसका फायदा प्रत्येक भारतवासी को मिल रहा है। यही नहीं सर, आपने महिला स्वास्थ्य के क्षेत्र में बहुत काम किया है और इसके लिए आपको बहुराष्ट्रीय संस्थान यूनिसेफ ने सम्मानित भी किया है। माननीय मंत्री जी, आपके लगन एवं जुनून से हम निश्चिंत हैं कि आपकी अगुवाई में औषध विभाग भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था को नए आयाम खोलेगा। आप हमारे लिए समय निकाला और इस समारोह में शामिल हुए, इसके लिए हम आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करते हैं। This is my pleasure to welcome guest of eminence Ms. Aparna Ma'am, Chairperson Apex Council NIPERS, Secretary Department of Pharmaceuticals. Under her labor leadership, country is striving towards independence in production of API and KSMs, technological improvements, focusing on innovation and introduction of biosimilars and complex generics. She is providing India to be the world leader for quality and affordable medicine. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. It is an honor for all of us to have you with us today. I take this opportunity to welcome Shri K. Satish Reddy ji, Chairman BOG NIPER Hyderabad and Chairman Dr. Reddy's Laboratory. Sir, we are delighted to have you among us today for the 9th convocation of NIPER Hyderabad. Your eminent personality with a true blend of empathy and dynamism is inspirational for all of us. We here at NIPER Hyderabad are delighted to hold 9th convocation to award degrees to MS Pharma, MTech Pharma, MBA Pharma for the batch of 2019-2021 and also to the PhD students in various disciplines. Many congratulations to the students and their parents. Today, 171 degrees will be awarded, which includes 25 PhD degrees. Director's Gold Medal Award will also be given to the best all-rounded student in postgraduate course. I am happy to share that throughout its journey of 14 years, since 2007, NIPER Hyderabad has strived towards excellence in the field of higher education and research. And this is due to the determined efforts of everyone in the institute, BOG chairperson, the generous funding policies, support and encouragement from Secretary, Joint Secretary, Department of Pharmaceuticals. This institute is currently offering PG and PhD programs in 11 disciplines. In this academic session, we have introduced 3 more PG and PhD programs in pharmacoinformatics, natural products, and regulatory affairs. Last year, we introduced MTech in medical devices. NIPER Hyderabad has been consistently ranked high in NIRF ranking, which is a testimony for the excellence it has achieved. I would like to emphasize that NIPER Hyderabad has gone through phase-wise permanent recruitment of 22 faculty and 14 non-teaching staff for improved synergy towards pharmaceutical research, which has been reflected in terms of 100% placement of our students in various esteemed organizations of national and international repute. I am pleased to briefly share our research output for the academic year 2020 and 2021. In terms of the number of papers, we have been able to publish more than 150 papers. We have been able to file 17 patents, and we have signed 18 MOUs with various industry and academic partners. Institute have good numbers of extramural and industry-sponsored projects which are currently running. This exhibits the commitment and focus of the institute, making NIPER Hyderabad to be a seat of learning, to groom human resource suited to pharmaceutical industry, and help providing products and services for benefit of the mankind. In addition to the academic industrial activities, our state-of-art analytical testing laboratory has received NABL accreditation. This will give us an opportunity to support MSMEs and government programs such as Jan Aushadhi. The institute is also in the process of establishing a pharma-focused bio-incubator funded by DBT Biorec. As per the mandate given by DOP NIPER, Hyderabad is establishing a national center for R&D in bulk drug to provide a platform for small and medium-scale API industry, meeting our goal of self-resilience in days to come. Congratulations to all the students who are being awarded gold medal and degrees for their outstanding performance. Thank you everyone who are joining us. मैं पुनः आप सबका एक बार फिर स्वागत करती हूँ इस सभागार में, सभी बैठे हुए अतिथियों का और स्टूडेंट्स का, और जो हमारे साथ ऑनलाइन हमारे साथ हैं. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद.
Thank you, ma'am. May I request Shri K. Satish Reddy to address the gathering.
Honorable Ministers, Shri Mansukh Mandaviya ji, the Minister of Health and Family Welfare and also of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Aparna ji, Secretary of DOP and in the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Dr. Shashibala Singh and the faculty members and the staff at NIPER, Hyderabad, and also the students. And ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. It's my honor to welcome you to NIPER Hyderabad on this 9th convocation. At the outset itself, I would like to take this opportunity to offer my hearty congratulations to Mansukh Bhai Mandaviya ji for his elevation as the cabinet minister. We're extremely proud of this development, sir, because from our pharma industry, we're extremely happy to see him at the helm of the very important ministries. Saying how privileged we are that we have Mansukh Bhai Mandaviya ji as at this right time to be helming both the ministries of health and chemicals and fertilizers, because they're of crucial importance to the nation as we battle the pandemic at this point of time. So congratulations to you, sir. Again, like if you see compared to the last year, we are once again faced with a situation of an unprecedented nature, especially considering the post-second wave of the pandemic that we have gone through. And all of us have faced a very difficult period during this time. It is an unusual situation for those of us who are, those of the students who are graduating today, especially having experienced learning very differently than they could have ever experienced before. But despite the challenges that you may have faced, all I could give as a advice to you is, as you get started on your professional life, I can only urge you to look forward with more and more optimism, because the opportunities that beckon, especially if you see the pharmaceutical industry, they are absolutely one of a kind. So in just a few minutes, I just wanted to speak about a couple of things about the pharma industry itself. If you see currently it's about $42 billion, half between the domestic sales, half between the exports. And we expect that it will grow almost by 3 times in the coming decade, reaching almost $120 to $130 billion by 2030. And truly we believe that we are poised for a tremendous growth in the coming decade. A lot of factors which help this, government's encouragement especially of the Atmanirbharta policy, a lot of reforms in the policy which are being done to incentivize the industry, also policies that would enable ease of doing business, and also the trust that is going to be given to innovation. These are just to name a few. There are many more, but I think all these, augur well for the industry in terms of its growth plans. Also, as most of you are aware, the pharmaceutical sector itself supplies almost about 50% of the global demand for various vaccines to begin with. 40% of generic demand is in the US, as well as 25% in the US is provided by volumes by Indian companies again. I think it shows the depth of where the industry has made an impact. And this is just the beginning. There are several opportunities out there, whether it comes to biosimilars, whether it comes to innovation that I would like to talk about. There are a host of opportunities which I think is a good time to actually enter this industry for those taking up the profession in the pharmaceutical industry. Just a few words about the COVID, the second wave itself. It's been now, if you see overall as a COVID, I think it's been more than a year and a half since it penetrated, almost I would say the deepest core of the human civilization. And in India, especially after the first wave, we hope that we had pretty much gained control of the situation. But the second wave had caught us unawares, and we were faced with a struggle unlike the previous one for the unprecedented surge in demand of essential treatments of COVID. And these were testing times. And during these testing times, the Indian pharmaceutical industry especially worked continuously to ensure that there is availability of life-saving medicines, which is most crucial. And companies which were involved in manufacturing of these critical COVID-19 medicines, they responded very quickly, ramping up the production, which was to cater to the needy situation. And particularly, I would like to acknowledge the efforts made by the Honorable Minister and also Secretary DOP They took up detailed reviews during this time. They kept encouraging the industry. They, provided a lot of interventions, which helped us ramp up, our capacities, which helped us, prepare ourselves so that we are able to supply the medicines. Remdesivir is a case, an example during that time. Because of the manifold increase in demand that happened at that time, it was almost virtually impossible in terms of meeting the demand in the beginning. But you'll be surprised to know that, thanks to ma'am as well as Honorable Minister and a lot of people from the government who participated in making sure that we all collaborated together and found a solution. And the happy news is that, we're in a very comfortable situation, within less than a month, and we were able to supply the medicines. It was one of the most testing, challenging times, just as an example I just wanted to illustrate. And again, if you see the entire concentrated efforts, both from the government as well as the industry, also second wave, we believe at least is on its way out. The daily cases have come down drastically from the peak of what it was there about, almost 4 lakh cases, more than 4 lakh cases at one point of time. It's come down to below 50,000, but it's still not over yet. I mean, I would always urge every one of you, especially the students and the faculty at NIPER, to always maintain safe practices, as long as the COVID exists, and make sure that, we have the safety on the top of our minds at any point of time. So also going forward, I think as an industry, we are hopeful that we'll be very quick to respond in case any such situations arise in the future by optimally making use of the capacities and making sure that the supply chain itself is efficient and also agile to ensure easy accessibility of drugs. Just a point on innovation before I conclude. The Indian pharmaceutical industry, like I said, it's at about $42 billion and it's third largest producer of drugs by volume. And rightfully, it's known as a pharmacy to the world. And the future of the industry, I believe is dependent on its ability to develop stronger capabilities in innovation and R&D. There are already capabilities, but I believe it needs to be strengthened quite a bit. And apart from the economic benefits of developing such innovative products, the Indian pharmaceutical sector can contribute to the country through the development of drugs for India-specific ailments that unfortunately do not get much of the global attention. And drug discovery in the context of the Indian pharmaceutical sector is still in a very early phase, compared to other countries in the world. And especially the amendment of the Patents Act in 2005, also the increasing involvement of private sector companies in drug discovery shows that there is a strong conviction, especially within the industry, that they want to step up R&D and they want to increase the drug discovery in India. And the government of India also, I should say, that has recognized the importance of this R&D and innovation. And it's also currently developing policies which would help us build this innovation capacity, not just in the industry, but also in academia. And institutions like NIPER, I believe certainly have an opportunity in this area as we go along to collaborate within the industry and also to undertake, the innovative projects. Also, if you see the policy that's being developed by the Department of Pharmaceuticals, especially in collaboration with industry, with also the academic and policy experts, it will also address major bottlenecks when it comes to not just the policy part of it. It will address areas related to, say, for example, funding, because it is a costly affair when it comes to innovation funding. Also, linkages between industry and academia that I just mentioned. More than anything else, also the regulatory part of it. There are a host of reforms that are required in this space to enable ease of doing business, and also to build this whole infrastructure so that innovation actually flourishes in this country. A lot of efforts are being made by the Department of Pharmaceuticals now. And I think this whole thing ultimately, it will create some kind of an R&D ecosystem, and the policy is very central to this. And it can create, I believe, a positive feedback loop, which will galvanize, academia as well as the private sector in their efforts to make sure that Indian pharmaceutical industry gets to the next phase. And also in line with this vision for Make in India and also Atmanirbhar Bharat, department also has initiated the production-linked incentive scheme. It also gives a big boost to the existing businesses of various pharmaceutical companies, as well as the growth opportunities that keep coming up. And the scheme will also help achieve self-reliance and also minimize the import dependency in the country's essential bulk drugs, and also promote domestic manufacturing. All in all, I think it's great opportunities. But more than all this, what I've just said, I think the very important thing that you would see happening as a big shift is the issue of digital. I won't get into too much detail at this point of time, but just to say that, in terms of the change that it has unleashed, the digital part of it, it will have, far-reaching consequences, all on the positive side. In terms of various developments that we have seen in the whole spectrum of healthcare, whether it's the way patients are being treated at this point of time, the way doctors treat their patients, the way pharmaceuticals supply their medicines to their patients in the distribution channel. I mean, in the entire gamut, or even in manufacturing for that matter, in terms of automation, whole host of opportunities have actually got accelerated during this pandemic, which is a good sign because this itself unleashes, the value, it unleashes efficiency. And I think there's a whole host of opportunities that it will actually open up, for especially budding entrepreneurs here. So in closing, I would also just once again congratulate NIPER Hyderabad for the tremendous work that they have done, the faculties, the staff, and also advance congratulations to the students. As you now enter this world, which is changing at a very, very fast pace, much more than what we have faced before. Of course, we've been through some challenging times, but as I keep saying, every challenge is an opportunity to come out with new creative solutions to problem solve. And for this, the learning and equipping, especially the students with new skills, it will always be a continuous process. So I would only urge you to go into the world, do well, but more importantly, go into the world and also do good. This is very important. I think pandemic, besides anything else, has taught us the value of human life, what is there in us to offer as support to those in need, and each one of us has the capacity and the resources to make sure that we can do our best. So once again, I wish each one of you congratulations and also exciting and enlightening careers ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request Ms. S. Aparna, IAS, Chairperson, Apex Council NIPER, and Secretary, Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers, Government of India, to address the gathering.
Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Chemicals and Fertilizers, Shri K. Satish Reddy ji, Chairman, Board of Governors,
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Esteemed members of the Board of Governors, Director NIPER, Dr. Shashi Banase, distinguished guests, industry representatives present here, faculty members, staff, and my dear graduates. First of all, let me offer my hearty congratulations to all the students and research scholars graduating here today for your academic and scholastic achievements, and offer my best wishes for all your future endeavors in the real world. Graduation from this course marks an important day in your academic lives, and it is a significant watershed in your career. You have entered this institution with certain aspirations. You pursued your academic work with dedication, and today you have earned your degrees and your awards. I am sure this is a matter of pride, not only for you, but also your parents, your families, teachers, and all who have played a role in bringing you to the stage. You can recall that your mission for higher learning in your chosen area began here with great idealism and passion. But please remember that learning does not end today. It is a continuous process, and I am certain that you will all strive to continuously learn all through your life, develop the qualities of a successful leader, an empathetic leader, and apply the knowledge that you have with you for the betterment of society. The origin of the pharmaceutical industry goes back to the period when the government of India set up the bulk drug manufacturing unit at Hyderabad. That was the IDPL and the very same premises where NIPER Hyderabad is located. But you are all witness to the sea change in the pharmaceutical industry that has happened over the last 5 to 7 decades. The growth has been impressive and is a proud achievement of the Indian entrepreneurs, including leaders such as Sri Satish Reddy present here today. The Indian pharmaceutical sector has not only contributed to the national goal of affordable healthcare, but it has also gained global recognition in many highly regulated markets. This is a testimony to the high quality standards and cost competitiveness that the industry has achieved. With this impressive growth, the industry has also seen several challenges. As mentioned by Mr. Satish Reddy, these vulnerabilities became very apparent and surfaced during the year 2020 and 2021 when the COVID pandemic hit the nation and the globe. However, I am happy to report to all of you that the industry, with the support of the government, worked tirelessly under the leadership of Honorable Minister Mandavia ji, the leadership of several industry captains, including the chair of this institution, to maintain supplies and serve patients in India and abroad, for which I congratulate the entire community of the pharmaceutical sector. At the same time, the need to reduce dependence of the industry for its supplies of API and KSM from other countries, and the need to diversify our Indian product basket through domestic manufacturing are two of the opportunities that were revealed to us in the last year. I believe this is the time to ensure that we harness these opportunities and transform the Indian pharmaceutical sector. To address these challenges effectively and sustain industrial growth and development of the sector, a radical integrated approach involving all the stakeholders has to be adopted and implemented. Similar to the Green Revolution in the 1960s, by which we attained self-sufficiency in food grain, today we have embarked on a journey to regain self-sufficiency in APIs and other key raw materials. The Government of India has introduced several incentives such as the PLI scheme to support and encourage the manufacture of APIs and drug intermediates in India. The government also recognizes the need to develop suitable infrastructure and process efficiency through appropriate technological achievements and improvements. In addition to the growth of generic industry, our pharmaceutical industry in India is also being encouraged to focus on research, on innovation, introduction of new products in categories such as biosimilars, complex generics, etc. A large portion of the Indian pharmaceutical industry consists of the MSME sectors. Many startups are also there today. These are the key to the production of several of our critical raw materials, intermediates required for the larger manufacturers. The government recognizes the need of the MSME sector in pharmaceuticals to be supported for technology upgradation, upskilling of human resources, and adoption of IT tools which can transform their functioning. There is also tremendous opportunity now becoming available in the manufacture of high-end medical devices in India and the use of artificial intelligence and high degree of data analytics for improving the sector's efficiencies and competitiveness. To achieve all of this, the skilled manpower generated from academic and research organizations such as NIPER is very critical to ensure that we can develop these technological interventions very aggressively and broad-base them throughout the sector. I'm very happy to note that NIPER Hyderabad, under the leadership of the Board of Governors and the Director, in its journey since 2007, has been consistently focusing on healthy interactions with the industry and has been striving to introduce courses which are suited to the industry needs, organize workshops, seminars, conferences to keep abreast with the topics that are necessary for the growth of the industry. A number of collaborative research projects are also being carried out by the Institute, as I learned during my visit there quite recently. I'm happy also to note that from the offering of 3 postgraduate courses in 2007, today NIPER Hyderabad is offering PG and PhD programs in 11 disciplines. The Institute has also been consistently ranked high in NIRF, that is the National Institute Ranking Framework. It is a testimony to the efforts, enthusiasm and excellence that has gone into this institute. I really look forward to closer collaboration between industry and NIPER in skilling and research aimed at enhancing the quality of the academic work, improving therapeutic outcomes for the pharmaceutical products through assured availability of quality medicines and quality medical devices at affordable prices. This will continue to remain our overarching goal within which the Institute should plan its activities. In addition to the academic and training activities, the Institute has also initiated steps to create a NABL accredited state-of-the-art analytical testing laboratory to support MSMEs and government programs such as the Bharatiya Jana Aushadhi Pariyojana. The Institute is in the process of establishing a pharma-focused bioincubator in collaboration with the Department of Biotechnology and a National Center for R&D in bulk drugs. All of this will help the Institute to work in close collaboration with industry in problem-solving approach and contributing to the overall growth of the sector. I am sure that NIPER will grow from strength to strength and continue to offer the best academic environment for its students and eventually attain global recognition. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduating students. Today is an important day in your lives. As has been mentioned, you have received a very strong foundation in terms of your technical and managerial and research capabilities during the last 2 to 3 years that you have spent at the Institute. I am sure that you will carry this knowledge, apply it, and convert it into insights which will help us in our common goal to build the nation, serve the patient, and ensure that Indian pharmaceutical sector, the flag of the Indian pharmaceutical sector, continues to fly high. We have come out with great effort through testing times, but we have to have the confidence and the commitment to ensure that any challenge that may be posed to the sector will be met with firm resolve and successful outcomes. I do wish each one of you in your chosen careers will have a fulfilling, satisfying journey ahead, and I also salute all your teachers and all those who have contributed to bringing you to this stage. Thank you, Jai.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I request Dr. Shashi Bala Singh, Director NIPER Hyderabad, for administration of exhortation.
Sir, the students of NIPER Hyderabad who have been considered qualified for administering to the degrees of institute have assembled. I pray they may now be administered the exhortation.
NIPER Hyderabad, I call upon you to administer the exhortation to the recipients.
Speak the truth, practice virtue, let there be no neglect of your daily reading, Let there be no neglect of your duties and responsibilities. Let there be no neglect of truth. Let there be no neglect of welfare. Let there be no neglect of prosperity. Let there be no neglect of learning and teaching. Whatever deeds are blameless are to be practiced, not others. Whatever good practices there are among us are to be adopted, not others. Whoever are great and wise should be honored. What is to be given is to be given with faith, should not be given without faith, should be given in plenty, should be given with modesty, and should be given with sympathy. If there is any doubt in you regarding any deeds, any doubt regarding conduct, you decide yourself and act accordingly. After you judge critically, follow the advice and counsel of those who are competent to judge, who are devoted to good deeds, who are not led by others, who are not harsh, who are lovers of truth. This is an instruction. You shall take all this as the guiding philosophy of your life. Serve your country and nation with all your might, irrespective of any region, religion, caste, or community. I give you my blessings. May your life be crowned with success. Sir, may I introduce to you the students who have already been considered fit by NIPER Hyderabad to receive the degrees of the institute, to which I pray they may be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Board of Governors, NIPER Hyderabad, I admit you to your respective degrees, and I charge you that ever in your thought and action you prove yourselves worthy of the honor conferred on you.
Dean NIPER Hyderabad will read out the names of the recipients of medal winners who are present in person and online.
Good morning all. I am happy to announce the recipients of gold medals in different categories. The Director's Gold Medal is constituted to recognize the all-round performance of the students in academics, co-curricular activities, and also particularly to their contributions to the society welfare. The recipient for this prestigious award for this academic year is Harshita Dalvi from Pharmaceutics Department. The gold medal for outstanding academic performance in pharmaceutical analysis is awarded to Jaiswal Pooja Vinod. The gold medal for outstanding academic performance in pharmaceutical analysis, again we have one more awardee here. So this is Nadimpalli Nimisha from pharmaceutical analysis. The gold medal for outstanding academic performance in pharmacology and toxicology goes to Jara Rahman. The gold medal for outstanding academic performance in regulatory toxicology goes to Rishabh Hirawat. The gold medal for outstanding academic performance in pharmaceutics goes to Atmakuri Srividya. Rukia Saeed, who is a gold medalist in the Department of Medicinal Chemistry. She is receiving the degree online. Padakante Akhila, she is receiving the gold medal in MTech in process chemistry. Anjal Manali Balkrishna, she is the recipient of gold medal in pharmaceutical management. Thank you.
Due to some technical hitch, Honorable Minister will not be able to join. Now I will request Dean NIPER Hyderabad to read out the names of the recipients of PhD degrees who are present in person and online.
Now I read out the names of the recipients of the PhD degree in various disciplines. Kesari Lakshmi Manasa, she is receiving the degree online. Malasala Satyaveni, she is awarded PhD degree in medicinal chemistry. She has carried out her PhD in the guidance of Dr. Srinivas Nanduri. Thakar Pavitra Suresh, who has carried out his PhD work in the guidance of Dr. Arifuddin. He is receiving the degree in medicinal chemistry. Sonal Bhandari, she is the recipient of PhD degree in the medicinal chemistry. She has carried out her work in the supervision of Dr. N. Shankaraya. Aftab Sethi, she is the recipient of the PhD degree, he has carried out his PhD degree in the guidance of Dr. M. Mallika. The following students of medicinal chemistry are receiving their degree online. Sana Sravani, she has carried out her PhD work in the guidance of Dr. N. Shankaraya. Singalapalli Dilip Kumar, he has carried out his work in the guidance of Dr. T. Nilima. Tokala Ramya, she has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. N. Shankaraya. Now coming to the pharmaceutical analysis, all the students are receiving their degree online. Bolla Lavanya, she has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. N. Satish Kumar. Shruti Surendran, she has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. N. Satish Kumar. Tummar Mohit Mansukh Bhai, he has carried out his work in the guidance of Dr. S. Gananadamo. Tiwari Srishti Satish, she has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. Narendra Kumar. Now coming to the pharmacology and toxicology, the students are receiving their degree online. Anil Kumar, he has carried out his work in the guidance of Dr. Asutosh Kumar. Poladanda Venkatesh, in the guidance of Dr. G. Chandraya. Tatikonda Saujanya, she has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. Chandraya. Bhumika is the recipient of PhD degree. She has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. Shashi Bala Singh. Arur Vijay Kumar, he has carried out his work in the guidance of Dr. Shashi Bala Singh. Bansod Sapan Prakash Rao, she has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. G. Chandraya. Pulivendra Gautami, she has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. G. Chandraya. Coming to the pharmaceutics department, Paila Sravanti Reddy, she has also received the degree online. She has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. S. Sunita. Lodagekar Anurag Manohar, he has carried out his work in the guidance of Dr. Nalini Sastri. Dr. Rangaraj Nagarjun, he has carried out his work in the guidance of Dr. S. Sunita. Madani Sheila Hiralal, she has carried out her work in the guidance of Dr. Nalini Sastri. The other two students of pharmaceutics, Dr. Yadav Balwant Amarnath, he has carried out his work in the guidance of Dr. Nalini Shastri. He is receiving the degree online. Sakarazu, he has carried out his work in the guidance of Dr. Wahid Khan. He is also receiving the degree online. So with this completes the PhD degree awardees for this academic year. Thank you.
The Registrar, NIPER Hyderabad, will call out the names of recipients of MS, MTech, MBA degrees graduated from 2019-2021 batch who are present in person and online.
Thank you, madam. Now I will call upon the students of MS Pharma Medicinal Chemistry who will be getting degree in person. Ambati Himaja. भिसे उत्कर्ष ओंकार, जी राजामणि, जादव नयन अरविंद, कुमावत अक्षय गणेश, माली सागर प्रकाश, मैरी शमानी गाला, मसाल संभाजी रगप्पा, मेश्राम मीनाक्षी आनंदराव, मोरे नीलेश सुकेंद्रा, पटेल मिनाज सुहेल शकील पटेल, पूजा राठौड़, सार्थक झिंगरन, सार्थक झिंगरन. Now, the students who are getting degree online in the same subject, Abdul Rafe, Khan Saleha Riaz Ahmed. Now, one student Mood Kulayappa Nayak, he is present. Prajwal Dhokne, Rukaiya Saeed, Steva Sunny, Stephen Baby, Yole Yogesh Bapu Sahib. Now I will call upon the students who will be getting MS Pharma degree in pharmaceutical analysis. Ahile Ronit Kishan Rao, Chagant Lakshmi Sai Sri Somaya, Gangari Risha. Wait. Guda Sejani Reddy, Jaiswal Pooja Vinod, Konda Kavya, Mandu Gloji Sravanti, Nadimpalli Nimisha, Nellore Kethana, Pillai Mega Saja Kumar, Pimpre Kavita Ambadas, Ramarapu Niharika. Wait. Ravindra Babu Kopera, Sende Chinmay Sachin, Saurabh Ahirwar, Dhaulikar Chinmay Uday, Dhole Vijaynath Mahadev. Now these students are online. Dhaulikar Chinmay Uday, Dhole Vijaynath Mahadev, Kajal Gaya Prasad Gupta, Laltan Poi, Preeti Dubey, Sakina Bora, and Sharma Jyoti Suresh. Now I will read out the name of students getting MS Pharma in pharmacology and toxicology. Offline, in person, Akash Kumar Kharwar, Kadbane Ame Ramdas, Kandi Surya Chandra, Mandhare Aniket Madhukar, Nasiru Nisa Sharif, Nusrat Begum Sikandar Khan, Patel Monica Kumari Anil Bhai. Wait. शिवश्री भट्टाचार्य, सिंह आदित्य अजीत, सूर्य प्रकाश दास, तोनापे शिवराज अंकुश, यश जायसवाल, ज़ारा रहमान. Now I will call upon the name of students who will get the degree online. She is Zara Rahman. Now the students getting degree online in the pharmacology and toxicology: Ambekar Tanuja Rajendra, B. Ramya, and Vaibhav Kumar Patidar. Now I will call upon the name of students getting degree, PG degree in MS Pharma Regulatory Toxicology: Bonthu Anil Kumar, Dhara Boina Amni, G. Madhulata, ज्योति पवार, कलिवेंदी जानवी, कलाकोंडा सन्मुखा साई भारती, मलोद ज्ञानेश्वर, पडाला कृष्ण मोनिका, पडाला कृष्णा मोनिका, राजा सुष्मिता, राठौड़ रामदेव भवलाल, ऋषभ हिरावत, सावंत हेबा मोहम्मद अजीम, तिरुमला मोनिका गायत्री, Now I will read out the name of 3 students who will be getting their degree online, and they are Sharma Jaideep Chandrakant, Tambe Krishna Kailash, Udandi Satya Karthik. Now I will read out the name of students getting PG degree in pharmaceutics: Ashruti Agrawal, Akozwar Natasha Sudhir, Atmakuri Sri Vidya, Balram Prajapati, Bhatt Aditi Rajan. भोर योजना बाला साहेब. दोंदुलकर आयुषा. शिंदे चिन्मयी सचिन. Sorry. Gadala Pamani. हेडगे परिमल सुधाकर. Once again Harshita Dalvi. खरात प्रतीक कोंडू. नायक संजना माधव. पवार दिलीप लक्ष्मीचंद. प्राधी एकता रविंद्र. पाटिल प्रतीक्षा प्रकाश. फुसे रश्मि रविंद्र. पिंगले पूर्वा संदीप. अनीता एस. Now I will read out the name of 4 students who will be getting their degree online. Ankaj Kumar, Dalvi Mayuri Sanjay, Medatya Praveen Pokarlal, and Basave Ravindra Vija. Now I will read out the name of students getting M.Tech Pharmaceutical Technology Process Chemistry. Abdul Kalam. Aishwarya Kailash. Boli Muntha Anupma. दुग्गला सोनिया प्रवल्लिका. ई चैतन्या गौड़. कमलेश कुमार खटुआ. खान मोहम्मद उसामा हफीज मोहम्मद अफजल नदवी. मुल्ला मोहम्मद वाजिद अली माजिद साहब. मुनीपल्ली सौजन्य लक्ष्मी. ओलुगुटला श्रीलेखा. पटकंटी अखिला. Vagamare Rohit Janglu. Now I will read out the name of 4 students getting their degree online. Gote Mukula Sheshamma, Naina N. Nair, Pandhare Harshchandra Sambhaji, and Purna Dilip Kumar. Now I will read out the name of students getting MBA Pharma in Pharmaceutical Management. Andeyal Manali Balakrishna. Banshod Durga Devnath ji. Wait. BG Dinakar. बोरसादिया केवल अनिल भाई. छेगुरी रजिता. दिव्या वाधवा. जी वैनामिका रेड्डी. गौरव सोनगरा. गुंजन गोयल. हम्बे अमित भरत. जागृति शर्मा. काबरा प्रणय सुभाष. काजल जैन. कांबले अश्विनी नागनाथ. कापसे हर्षा शरद. खोबरागड़े शुभम हरिचंद्र. मनस्मिता मुर्मू. मानधाता निहारिका. मंधाड़ा निहारिका. मानेर आशिफ नाजीर. परकरू भावना. पेला वेंकट श्रीदेवी. प्रगति राजेश चांडक. यश सुमन कुमारी. संदीप कुमार, संगमित्रा अथिया, संयम नासा, शारंग गुप्ता, शिवानी, सोनावने सागर वलू, सोनटक्के नगेश भरत, सुथार हिमांशु किशोर भाई, तान्या भल्ला and Rakesh Kumar. Only one? Achha. Now I will call upon few students who were earlier online, but now they have come in person. I will call their name. Mood Kulyappa Nayak, Dhole Vijnath Mahadev, Medatya Praveen Pokarlal, बसावे रविंद्र विजा, थैंक यू.
Now, may I request Shri K. Satish Reddy, Chairman, Board of Governors, Naipur, Hyderabad, to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation closed.
I request everyone to please stand for national anthem.
जय गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय जय